Ballyclare District Historical Memorial Association. The Balmoral Furniture Store bombing. The Balmoral Furniture Company had two stores, one on the Shankill Road, known locally as Moffat's, and another in Dunmurry. To the IRA, both were targets. It was the 11th of December 1971 that would change the lives for many people in the Shankill community, and in so many ways. It was a busy Saturday shopping day on the Shankill Road, with hundreds of people going about their business. Christmas was coming, and the majority of shoppers would have been women and children. It was 12:25 when the no-warning bomb exploded, devastating lives. The destruction of the building killed 4 people that day, 2 of them only babies. Tracy Munn was only 2 years old, and Colin Nicholl was only 17 months old. They had been in the store with Tracy's mum when the bomb exploded, bringing down a wall on top of the pram the babies were sharing. Both 70-year-old Protestant civilian Hugh Bruce, the store's doorman and was closest to the explosion, and Catholic civilian Harold King, aged 29, also lost their lives that day. A further 19 people were seriously injured, with no doubt many more mentally scarred after witnessing the aftermath of the destruction. Everyone on the Shankill Road that day had rushed to help the emergency services and the army by forming human chains and digging in the rubble with their bare hands. One witness who had rushed to help that day described the scene he had come upon. Women were crying, men were trying to dig out the rubble, other men were hitting the walls. One person was crying beside you and the next person was shouting bastards and things like that. I didn't actually see the babies' bodies as they had them wrapped in sheets, but the blood was just coming right through them. They were just like lumps of meat, small lumps of meat. All these emotions were going through you and you wanted to help. There were people shouting at the back, let's get something done about this. To be perfectly honest with you, I just stood there and cried, just totally and utterly numb. It wasn't until I got back home that I realised this isn't a game. There's a war going on here. These people are trying to do us all in. They're trying to kill us all, and they don't care who we are or what age we are. But because we are Protestants, they are going to kill us. So we're going to have to do something here. A witness had seen a green car pull up outside the shop. A male exiting the vehicle, carrying the bomb, then placing it in the doorway of the store before speeding off, moments before detonation. Yet still, no one has ever even been questioned. How can people move on from the loss of 2 babies when no one has ever been held responsible for taking their lives? How much more difficult must it be for the families who have lost loved ones and for the survivors who are still living with the scars and the trauma to have to watch as Sinn Féin publicly and ceremonially memorialise the terrorist murderers of the IRA as heroes, as martyrs, knowing that any one of them could have murdered their loved one in their attempt to eradicate Protestants in their own community.